After you've collected all your assets that you're going to be using for your presentation board and you've rendered out all your pictures out of Chief Architect, it's important to take a look and surf the internet for some pictures or images that Google has of presentation boards. Pinterest is also a great site to take a look at for examples of different projects that have been created by architects. To get an idea of what you'd like to try to create, I think it's important to, when you're first starting out in a program like this, is more of a template to work off of. Now, these images can be dropped right into Photoshop and recropped to size. It's the layout here. This is what we're after right now. We're looking for the best layout to tell the story about the landscape design that we've designed in the best way possible. So ask yourself, what's the focal point? What are some of the key areas? These are shots that you probably already took with Chief Architect or took screenshots on your computer. Those are going to be the elements that you want to portray. There's going to be three main ways that I'm going to suggest that you guys lay out your presentation boards. The first and most popular is going to be with the grid-like pattern. The second is a single image where one image takes precedence over all the other images. It's going to be your main focal point. And a third is going to be more of a blended in your presentation board. Grid style consists of dividing your board into a grid and organizing your information accordingly. Sometimes the information can be equally separated in a grid or in a hierarchy, organizing the most important information in the bigger parts of the grid and the complementary information in smaller parts of the grid. So while you're laying this out, I need you guys to ask yourselves, what is the story my project is trying to tell? No matter how you're working, you want to work general to specific. You have problems, diagrams, site plan, floor plans, renders, etc. We also need to remember that good design usually is derived from simplicity, so we need to continue to simplify only what's needed in the design. We also need to create a hierarchy within our designs. So continue to ask yourself, what is the most important features of this property? What things do I need to have in bold or in text? Are there spots that I can just use symbols to explain what's going on here? How can I create flow with my presentation board? Will you consider a color scheme with your project, or would you like to go with a monochromatic look?